My name is Ericka Nicole Malone, and I am so proud of you. I'm proud of you for coming into this space, for coming into this community to share your dreams. This started off as just a documentary, but now it's become a movement. It's become a movement to help you uncover parts of yourself that you never knew existed. Each week, we're going to share inspirational stories that will help you follow your dreams to uncover the impossible. We're going to do it together. Come with me. Let's go.
I want to talk to you about the strength in your scars. We may not realize it, but everything that you've went through, all of the battle scars, all of the bruising, all of the failures, they are what made you who you are. One of my favorite quotes is double your rate of failure and you'll find success. I love the fact that I've failed. I love the fact of every time I lost money, every time that I thought something was going to happen and it wasn't going to happen. I spent all of my 20s like looking for that next big break. That next big break's coming. I know it's coming. I'm not going to quit and get the next big break. Sometimes the breaks came, sometimes they didn't. I have a story. I always have my story. One time I gotten this money, and it was a situation where I gotten money and I could have took the money and bought a car with it. Right. And that's what the money was for. The money was for a car. I saved up all of this money, but I said, you know what? I have a show. I'm going to do this show and I'm going to get the money back. I'm going just going to do the show. I have this feeling. I have this, I'm going to do it. So instead of buying a car, I put the money in a show. And guess what? I didn't make the money. So here I am. Great show. Half the people didn't come. No car. But, I'm so excited to tell you that I got through it, and at that moment when everything is coming against you, when the winds are blowing in your face and you're on the ground and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in a hurricane. You don't feel like you're going to get back up. But nothing, I promise you, in your life is wasted. Everything is a lesson. Everything is going to be kind of like an engine that keeps you moving forward. If everything works out, there's a great line in A League of Their Own. And, one of the characters, she says, it just got too hard. And Tom Hanks says, it's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, anyone could do it. The hard is what makes it great. The hard is what makes it great. The failures are what makes it great. Getting back up when everything in your body tells you to quit is what makes you great. But you know what's so great is I can look back at the younger version of Ericka, the young person that by the way, I just want to sit her down, tell her you did a good job, but you were, whew. But that young Ericka, like I know now looking back that she just had the heart of gold. She wanted to win. She wanted to make it. But you know what I would tell her? I was like, you know what? Enjoy the trip. Enjoy the trip. It does not have to be perfect. Rome was not built in a day. You don't have to keep trying to win. I mean, I was always winning. I was always thinking about, okay, I can do the next win, the next venture. Okay, that was good. Let's see what else I can do. And now when I look back, I'm like, man, my 20s, I wish I would have enjoyed it. I wish I would have just sat down and just, And I remember even with my kids back then, I remember doing a play and my son, who now is a father of, himself, but he literally was like on stage in his little baby carrier. So I'm like on stage with the baby carrier and I'm like, okay, guys, let's try this again. All right. That was good. I'm gonna change this diaper right with you. I mean, I was always fighting. And, it's the superwoman syndrome, but if I could just talk to her again, I'd tell her, you are doing a great job, but it is okay to breathe. You can just breathe. I spend a lot more time breathing. I'm still a mom. Kids are amazing. The best thing ever happened. But I would just tell you, what would you tell your younger self? Quit being so hard on yourself. That's what you should tell you. I mean, quit beating yourself up. You are trying. You don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers, but you're going to be okay. Okay. You're going to get back up. The sun is going to come out tomorrow. This too shall pass. And every scar that you've gone through is literally, it's like it's creating a bridge. You fell here. Okay. More on the bridge. You fell there. More is added on the bridge. You fell here. More is added on the bridge. So all of a sudden you look back because everything you've gone through is a lesson. And it just creates a bridge for you to walk on to get to the other side. Nothing in your life is wasted, literally. So I'm excited to see what you do with these lessons. I'm excited to see what's next. And it's going to be something powerful because I believe in you. One of the things that I tell people is everyone changes in 5 years. And this is scientifically proven. I didn't coin that or create that, but everyone changes in 5 years. And if you don't change in 5 years, we have a new conversation for you. But you're supposed to change every 5 years. And when I look back on the person even 5 years ago, back to that, I mean, she was like, okay, I gotta write this. I'm gonna do Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story. I'm gonna write this script. I'm gonna produce it. Okay. Me and my business partner, we're going to produce this script and we're going to make this and it's going to be great. But I mean, now this one's like, okay, I'm going to write, but while I'm writing, I'm going to live a little bit. Because what I now know that I didn't know 5 years ago is that life is so short. You really can be here today and gone tomorrow. What is the legacy that you want to leave? Not to your kids, not to your friends, not to the world, but for you. What do you want to be able to look back and say, to yourself? So mentor that younger part of who you are because she's still in there. He's still in there. He still has those dreams whispering, are we still going to do that business that we said we were going to do? Are we still doing that business? Tell him, yes, we're going to do the business, but we're going to live a little bit. We're not going to stress ourselves out. We're not going to have a heart attack trying to do it. We'll do it. We're not going to get ourselves in debt trying to do it, but we're going to do it. Tell her, you can still get back up. You can still dream the dream, but we're going to still go to botanical garden. We're going to still write. We're going to still create. We're going to still pray. We're going to still, just seek that peace that we want for our lives. Go back and tell yourself that it's going to be okay. Because that's what I would say to the person 5 years ago, 15 years ago, 25 years ago. It's going to be okay. What I'm asking you to do is to make a list. Make a list at everything you've gone through. I don't care how small. I mean, it can be anything. Everything that you feel has brought you down. Because the thing is, you have to go through it. You have to, sometimes we try to stifle that emotion, that feeling that's in our minds and our hearts. And we're like, no, I'm too strong for this. I'm not going to feel it. I'm asking you to go through it, go all the way through it to get to the other side, because it's when you go through it that you're able to grow. So once you make a list of all the things you've gone through, how have you grown from what you went through? I can tell you some things that I've gone through, and one of the things that I've gone through is just allowing people to pull on me when I really can't handle it. So now I'm able to say, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth for this right now, and I'll tell people, look, come back in a couple months. I can't help you. You do not have to be a safety net for everyone when you're trying to be a safety net for yourself. You cannot carry the world on your shoulders and then carry yourself too. Your shoulders are not broad enough to carry people's pain, to carry people's weight. You can only handle yourself. And I know people are going to make you feel like what they're going through is the number one paramount thing. But I've seen people get cancer. I've seen people have strokes. I've seen people have heart attacks trying to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. Carry your own weight. Carry your own joy, your own pain. Carry all of that for yourself before you try to handle everybody else's. When you do that, you realize that this is all fuel and energy that you need to build your confidence for the future and to take you into a new and exciting direction. Everything is an engine that moves you forward. All of your experiences, all of the pain, all of the shadows, all of the sadness, all of that was for a reason. But you're supposed to take it and regenerate it into joy. You know what's funny is what a win means. What a win means in every dimension. Like, for instance, not dimension is not the words. You know what's funny to me is what a win means. What does a win mean to you? And it's also funny that when you get closer to a win, it looks different than when you're far away. And then as you grow older, what a win means looks different. When I was in my 20s, a win meant like it was mammoth. I'd have to be like a rocket scientist. I wanted to be president. It's like it was so many things I had to do to achieve to win. Now it's just I got up in the morning, I sat and drank my coffee, I wrote a chapter, and I won. I mean, really, it is a win, you know? You know, as you mature, you realize that your confidence and your pride takes on another personality. It's not just about, the small things, the small, things that come in front of you. It's about really exploring what's important to you. One of the things, I used to do with my grandma is, and we used to, and this is a win now, that I didn't realize was a win, is just sit and to spend time together. I think we have to reinvent what a win is, what a jewel is, what is a treasure. Now that I look back with my grandma and just sitting there watching TV with her, watching Gunsmoke, watching Mama's Family, and all of those shows in Dallas, and that was such a treasure. That was such a win that I got those moments I will never get back. If you have kids, just sitting with your kids, just having a conversation, that's a win. And I think we have to be careful when we start thinking our wins are money or success. And there is no amount of success that you can get. I'm really blessed to have my mom and my dad and being able to watch them grow old, but just sitting there with my mom and being able to drink a cup of coffee, or my dad and being able to share a laugh, or those are wins. Those are treasures. It's the small treasures that give the wins. So it's not just about achievement. It really is about the peripheral and seeing everything from a panoramic view. What are the blessings that you have around you right now that maybe you're overlooking? I remember just moving. If I could do it again, I would have spent a lot more time just enjoying kids, just enjoying being at the park, just enjoying the wind on my face. So I'd like you to rediscover what a win means to you, because I think you'll have a fuller life. I think we have to get out of the habit of just about achievement, just dreams, just making it, just making the money, just achievement, grab, rat race, right? It's really about enjoying the blessings you have in front of you. What might be driving you crazy, because I know it drives me crazy just sometimes, is you see on, social media, on all forms, everyone's trying to reach this, unattainable goal of perfection. And, I'm going to be rich, and I'm going to be powerful, and I'm going to be a celebrity. And then one celebrity is trying to outdo the other celebrity, and we're going to just take over the world. And it's not real, right? We're all just people. And I tell people all the time, I am no different than the homeless man. I'm no different. I'm not better than him, right? At the end of the day, none of us have anything. When we die, we can't take our houses with us. We can't take our money with us. We can't take our, if you have some money, trust me, they'll take it out before they bury you. Okay. You're not going to have any money going down. So we're all on the same level. We're all on the same level. None of us own anything. If we own something, we're passing it down to our kids. We're all on lease. We're all borrowing. But what is real? What's real is what you have in front of you. What's real is how you treat people. And just look around and smell the roses. I can't say that enough, because if you try to keep up with the Joneses and try to keep up with what you see on Instagram or what you see on, there's so many different ones, you'll never, ever, ever, you'll never be okay. You're going to be like in the water trying to come up for air because you're trying to catch up with the other person, when really everything you have in you is enough. It's enough.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of The Bucket Wish. Go out, live your dreams, and do something special just for you. But make sure you come back to us next week to hear another inspiring story. See you next time.